What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're back with a new purchase all the way from California, a 1996, I think, Oldsmobile Cutlass. And here it is, rolling up on the semi-truck right out here, guys. I am stoked to get my hands on this car. Ever since Legit Street Cars got his, Monkey Wrench Mike got his, I said, I gotta get me one. Now, this one's not as cool as Monkey Wrench Mike's or Legit Street Cars. It's not a manual transmission. It's not a 3.4 dual overhead cam engine, but it's still a really nice, low mileage example of a great 90s American classic car. I wish this one was mine, but it's not. Love that old Honda Prelude. This is my first time. See, this came from California, right?
I picked it up in Seattle. In
Seattle, okay. So this was the expensive one to ship. Seattle, Washington. My first time seeing it. 66,000 miles. Looks like it may have been parked for a little while. And I honestly overpaid on this one. This one I gave $2,000 for. It's a Cutlass Supreme SL. I think that means it's kind of a base model. We'll get this thing off of here though, guys, and we'll check it out. So you guys are gonna laugh, but that car was $2,000 and it cost me like $1,800 to ship it. So I'm into that car for way more than I would ever be able to sell it for. Bought it sight unseen, obviously, in Seattle, Washington, and I'm hoping that it's really nice. It says it's only got 66,000 miles on it. I just did a quick walk around of the car. The tires are only like 2 or 3 years old, so that's a good sign. But he started it up, it didn't want to run very well, and then it died, and now he can't get it to start again. So needless to say, I am not feeling very good about this purchase right now. So here's the Carfax on it. It's a 1994 Cutlass Supreme with a 3.1 liter, the 3100. 2 service histories, no accidents, 2 previous owners. Last reported mileage was 62,000. Interesting that it doesn't have any titles issued. 4,000, 20, 27, 36, 43, 50. These are all just basic color noted as white, and emissions inspections, and more of the same. At 61,000 miles in 2019, it was at 61,963. Maintenance inspection completed, fluids checked, transmission pan gasket replaced, transmission fluid changed, transmission cooler lines replaced. So that was recent. That was only like 5,000 miles ago. Oil and filter was changed at the same time. Drivability issue checked, interior clean, power steering fluid flushed and changed. And then vehicle serviced at 62,283 miles in 2019. And then I think that's it. Yeah, that's the end of the Carfax on it. I'm gonna grab a booster pack. We're gonna go out there and see if we can get this thing running. Let's see if it wants to run now. He's not happy. New plug wires, assuming they did a tune-up. Oh boy, she's just pissed off. Yeah. Great. Yeah, it's been sitting for a while. It may have some bad gas in it too, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it's gas because it like shuts off.
As soon as it goes to idle, it shuts off. That's fine, I'll get it over there.
Drive it over.
So unfortunately, my huge investment into this car that really isn't worth anything near what I paid for it is not working out. We cannot get it to stay running. And yeah, oh, is it locked? I guess it's locked. The antenna is inside of the car. The taillight is busted. So this is something I did not see in the pictures. It's not a big deal. I'm sure I can find that taillight somewhere on eBay. I'm seeing a lot of mildew and mold all over the car, which tells me this thing has probably been sitting for a very long time. I'm seeing a ton of it coming out of the... Oh, wow. It's like a mouse was in there. There's like insulation and stuff in there. Oh yeah, she's been parked. Oh, great. It's locked. The body's nice. The tires are in great shape. A couple minor dings here and there, but nothing you wouldn't expect from an old car. Windshield looks like it's in good condition. And the interesting thing is he told me that Copart had to drive it out. The person who was selling it, and I have no idea who that is, but they requested that Copart not forklift the car. They wanted it driven out, which is unusual. I've almost never heard of that, especially on something this old. So immediately I'm noticing they did an AC delete on this. See, this car is turning out to be a bigger and bigger POS as time goes on. There's an air compressor delete pulley right there. So the air compressor is gone. That's nice. And along with the air compressor, they also deleted the lines going to the evaporator. Oh man, no AC, huh? This is getting better and better. I paid way too much for this. I paid way too much. You could tell this thing's just been sitting forever. This was McKellen Air Force Base, 1997. What's this say? Form something. I can't read that. Anyway, Zone 26, whatever that is, Seattle Department of Transportation. Great. Well, maybe there's a saving grace to this car. I don't know. Can we replace an air compressor? Sure. AC lines? Absolutely. There he goes. Drive safe. He's out of here. The interior is in exceptional condition. The body's in really good shape. So, I mean, if we can get it running, I would not be opposed to spending a little time and money trying to get this thing straightened out. It really is a nice looking car. We'll see if we can't get it running. Oh, these seats are comfortable. There's the antenna. Looks like they threw some parts with, oh, keys. All right, gas key, thank you. It's got the gas key, very nice. Very original. You got that old school Delco radio, just an AM FM tape player. This had never been smoked in, yeah. If I can get the cigarette lighter out of here, I guarantee you, never been smoked in. There you go, brand new, never been used. Wow, glove box opens from the top. There it is. Oldsmobile. 94 Cutlass Supreme owner's manual. Such a cool car. It runs, and it runs great. It just shuts right off. If you keep your foot on the gas, it stays running. Oh, does the AC work? I'm kidding. Obviously, the AC doesn't work. So it's running perfect, but if I let off, hold on. Come on, don't die. It dies. It dies immediately. Well, I'm not sure what to do with this one, guys. We're going to have to cripple it across the street. I'm very familiar with the 3100 engines and the 3400s, the old 2.8s, the spider tops, I think is what they called it, the old 3.1s. It's got an AC Delco belt that looks relatively new. Everything under here looks pretty good, aside from the fact somebody opened up the AC and just left it like that. So who knows if we'll ever be able to get the air conditioning back. Even have the original writing from the factory right there, 94-0150. Again, not nearly as cool of a car as what Monkey Wrench Mike has or Legit Street Cars, but still just a nice example of one of these old Cutlasses that I've always loved. It's even got fog lights. Looks like it had a security. Oh, it does have a security system. Oh, wow. That's an old security system. You got a little center console right here. Just look at these beautiful seats. I'm going to try to roll down that window. There we go. Both windows work. That's nice. Headliner's in good shape. This blue. Isn't it just beautiful? We're going to have to 2-foot this old girl. Like... Yeah, as soon as you let off the gas, it's like the idle is not up high enough. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get it across the street to the house. Got to go kind of slow. I don't want that hood to fly up. Well, it's running. It's on the road for the first time. You don't get any more real than this, guys. This thing was literally just dropped off at my front door. Well, it drove across the street. I'd love to find some shade out here. Can we get through this way? No, we can't. Those cars are blocking it. Well, maybe if it warms up a little bit. I'm not having to do very much to keep it running. All right. Battery voltage looks like it's charging. And as soon as you let off, she's dead. I'm wondering if somebody's messed with the, there isn't an idle set screw, but you have to remember this is also computer controlled. So, and is there a trunk release button in here? No, but you do have cup holders right there that will never work. Radio? Let's turn radio on. No? No. We'll put the antenna back on. Definitely want to get into the trunk and see what's going on back there. What is this? Oh, some chrome is coming out from the trunk. Okay. Put that antenna on. There we go. We have music. Gotta have music, guys. Yeah, she's definitely got something going on with her. But overall, I think this will be a nice little project car for the channel. If I could just figure out why. See, over here, somewhere, I would think would be a set screw. There it is. Oh, it's backwards too. Great. You got to get to it from the back side. Oh boy. It's a star, so I might be able to get in there, but it sits on the back side of this. But again, you know, this is computer controlled. You really shouldn't need to adjust that set screw, and even if you do, a lot of times the computer will adjust the air-fuel mixture based on that throttle blade being open too far. So, who knows? Here's this alien EGR valve that Legit Street Cars was showing his. Same connector, same EGR valve. They put these on just about everything. Everything looks pretty good. Looking for a vacuum leak. You know, a massive vacuum leak could cause a problem. I'm not seeing anything there. That's just the vent. You do have vacuum hoses here. These are notorious for leaking right under here. These fall apart. I mean, everything looks pretty good. Good pressure on the cooling system and everything too. It just doesn't want to stay running, you know? If we got a check engine light, that'd be awesome also. Let's turn that down. Radio sounds good. Yeah, I don't see a check engine light. I just love the gauge cluster on this. Super cool. Yeah. We may have to take this on a test drive 2-footing it, guys. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I've been sitting here trying to let it warm up a little bit and see if it's gonna come back, and it's not. So here's my idea. If we disconnect the throttle position sensor, maybe that would bring it back to life. There's a possibility somebody installed a new one. They did not adjust it properly. These are actually slotted. So this is going to be like your idle air control valve right here. It could also be the IAC. See, we really need to be doing a diagnostic on this. It does not look like the check engine light works. Here's your map sensor. Could also be a problem with the map sensor or the vacuum line that goes to it. That also goes to the fuel pressure regulator. So why don't we disconnect the throttle position sensor? That's definitely going to throw the engine for a loop. If you got that joke, then you're a mechanic. Service engine soon light is up at the top. No? Really? So we have the, yeah, we have the check engine light on now. Revs up fine. It just dies. Gee, I'm starting to wonder if maybe this car got parked for a reason, you know? Maybe somebody got tired of fooling with it. Let's disconnect the IAC. See if that makes any difference. Eventually, we might get lucky and find something that's going to let this car run. No. It runs so good. I mean, it really runs great. But yeah, as soon as you take your foot off the gas, she's dead. Well, guys, give me a couple more minutes. I'm going to keep tinkering with it. And if nothing else, maybe we'll 2-foot it, take it down the road. Well, it's doing something different now. Instead of dying, it's almost dying, and the idle is fluctuating drastically. So I'm really hoping we get a check engine light, man. If we could just get a CEL light, I could run a quick diagnostic on it, find out what the problem is. And it's something we could probably get fixed relatively cheap and easy, but you gotta get that check engine light to come on first. But the fact that it's doing something different than it was doing before is great news, guys. It's no longer just dying, it's actually running, but I guarantee if I put it in gear, this thing would shut off immediately. Well, I don't think we're getting anywhere. The check engine light has not come on. I need to find out if the battery is taking a charge at all. Doesn't look like it is. Battery shot, which means driving this car is likely not going to happen. I may have a battery I could swap out. It's in another car. Let's check the trunk real quick. There is, I don't know, a slim possibility that it could have something to do with the battery being so dead that it's not charging. We may be able to swap that out. Maybe it'll bring it back. I don't know. What is this chrome piece right here? Looks like it just, oh, there's a clip that's supposed to slide in there. And then we got some rubber that's just kind of deteriorating all around here, but that's all right. Let's see if it has a spare tire. Can you guys get down in there? Can you see? I think it's got a spare tire in there, guys. I'm not going to take it all apart to find out. Yeah, guys, this thing's been sitting forever. So she's going to have some problems. It's definitely going to be a little bit of work. I'm curious if it's... Did I just lock the keys in the trunk? No, I didn't. Let's, real quick, open up this fuel cap here. And let's see what's going on in here. I'm just curious. Ooh. Well, it doesn't look so bad. It doesn't smell so good. How come I don't hear gas? It sounds like there's a little bit of gas in it, not much though. Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm gonna go inside, cool off for a minute. I'm gonna put my little booster pack on charge because it is hot and this car is running the juice right out of it. To get to the battery in this, they make it so fun. You have to take this bar loose. You have to take these two bolts out, loosen that, you can slide it out of the way. You gotta take these screws out, this bolt right here, this connector off, you gotta move this out of the way. Then you've got a strap that holds the battery down, your positive, negative. It's so much fun, guys. So much fun to get to the battery in these. Thank you, GM, for that ingenious way of installing a battery. So it's been quite a few hours later. I swapped the battery from this car over to this car. I took the battery, came out of this, I put it on charge in the house. It does not look like it's going to come back. But at least now we have a fresh battery in this car. So if it dies, we should be able to just fire it right back up again and continue down the road. Unfortunately, the new battery did not fix the stalling issue. I'm gonna put some new gas in it. I don't trust this fuel gauge. This car has sat for many years. That much is obvious. Oh, it's running on its own. It's running on its own. I didn't do anything. Look, she's running on her own. I swear, you guys will never believe me. You're never gonna believe, you're gonna think I did something off camera. All I did is swap the battery. What is this? 2 of 24. What is it, an oil change? Dr. Don's Auto on 50th in Seattle, Washington. 68,400 miles, so it never made it there. Guys, I did nothing but put a hot battery in it. I immediately started it up, so I put the battery in it about 3 hours ago. So around 2 hours and 51 minutes ago, and then I left. I had to go run some errands. The car still died on me, and all I did was come back and start it. Well, believe me, don't believe me. I swear to you, on everything that I hold dear, I did nothing to fix this car. I still don't trust the fuel gauge. I don't. So we're gonna carry it around the corner here to the shop, and we're gonna put some gas in it. Just a couple gallons, just to be safe. Oh, this thing rides like a dream. I did nothing to fix this. I love cars that fix themselves, though. You won't hear any complaints from me on that. It really is just, it's running fine on its own. Give me a second, guys. Let's throw some fuel in it, and then we'll come back and see if that gas gauge moves. Well, I do believe the gas gauge works because we are now sitting at over 3/4 of a tank. Battery is charging nicely. Oil pressure is good. Temp looks good. No warning lights. It's a shame that somebody deleted the air conditioning out of this car. That was honestly dumb, but if the car does well on the test drive, I'm going to consider possibly redoing the AC system on this car. We'll see. It depends on how much all the parts are going to cost. We can finally take her out for a drive and find out if this car has gears and all of that good stuff. It's running great. I'm truly kind of shocked here. I just sent Monkey Wrench Mike some pictures. Again, I saw Legit Street Cars get his, and then I was like, I gotta have one. But then Monkey Wrench Mike got one, and I was like, nah, I really gotta have one. So I got one. Now I do have a couple cars coming. They're not here yet, but I got a Pontiac Grand Prix GTP, I think a 96. It's got the dual overhead cam 3.4 liter engine. It's a bad car, man. I also have a 95 Monte Carlo Z34 coming. It also has the 3.4 liter dual overhead cam engine. And I'm also working on a 96, it shifted, Pontiac Bonneville SSEI. That is the supercharged. It shifts great. No kidding. It rides great. So stay tuned. If you haven't seen any cars on the channel that you're interested in yet, don't give up on me yet, guys. Don't give up on me yet. I got a lot more coming that I think you guys are going to enjoy. We're going 40 miles an hour. This thing is smooth as butter. Are you serious? Does the horn work? Sort of. It doesn't sound great, but it works. Oh, this car is so smooth. Speed limit is 65, so let's get it. Let's get it. I'm not smashing on it or anything, but you can see we're already up to 60. RPMs are nice and low. We'll smash on it here in a little bit, but not yet. Let's set the cruise control, see if it works. Foot is off of the gas. Yes, cruise control works. It does. Looks like the miles are counting. We're at 66,578.2. Yeah, miles are working, guys. Oh, she drives like a dream. Are you serious? Unless you've driven one of these, you'll never understand what I'm talking about. This car is crazy smooth on the road. Oh, man. It's too bad the AC doesn't work. I'd love to put these windows up. In fact, let's go ahead and put them up for just a second, just so we can hear what the cabin noise is like. There it is. Oh, it's nice and quiet. Yeah, air conditioning is a must in this car. Only 66,000 miles. Transmission has been serviced. Oil's been changed. Like, somebody took care of it, with the exception of the air conditioner. Instead of fixing it right, they just deleted on it. That's no good. Yeah, guys, I think this car is going to do great on the test drive. And I'll bet she cleans up nice. Then maybe we got to get the cars together. Maybe Monkey Wrench Mike can bring his down here and we can do a timing belt on his. Or maybe we can carry this one up there. But I think we got to get Mike's car and this car together to really see them. Compare and contrast the twin cam V6, the overhead cam V6 versus the old school pushrod V6, the coupe versus the convertible. I think it'd be a fun test drive between the two of them. And Mike could give his opinion on mine. I could give my opinion on his. It could be a lot of fun. This is well worth it. I don't know what was wrong with the car. I don't know why it didn't want to run earlier, why it was causing us so much trouble. But you would never know that there was ever anything wrong with this car. She is just sailing down the highway, 65 miles an hour, smooth as silk. And we're running, what, just at 2,000 RPM. Just a smidge over, maybe 2,100 RPM. Very nice. It's a slick looking car. Needs a little bit of work, but all of these cars do, guys. They're all older, even low mileage cars. You saw legit street cars. He's put a lot of work into his. All right, he paid $3,000 for that car. Great price. He stole it, honestly, at that price, especially with that manual transmission and that pretty special engine. But it doesn't matter how low the mileage is. These older cars are all going to need service. And I feel a lot better about paying $2,000 for this one now. I was really upset before, between the shipping and the purchase price of the car. I was really upset that it didn't run. But now that we're out cruising down the road, I feel so much better, and I feel like it was definitely worth it. So coming to a stop from highway speed, smooth as silk, ladies and gentlemen. The brakes do not pulsate. They don't vibrate, they don't squeal. Going over bumps, not a problem at all. Nice and quiet. We're gonna pop the hood. Obviously, I wanna make sure nothing is on fire. So let's do that real quick. Make sure everything seems to be okay. It's still not dying when I come to a stop. I'm afraid to turn it off. I'll turn it off when I get to the house. But I am a little worried that if I were to turn the car off, that it would start acting up again. We also should turn the lights on, fog lights as well. And let's pop the hood. Inside of here is so gross, guys. Like, this is what tells me everything I need to know. All of that. This tells me this car was parked under something for a long, long, long time, guys. So the fact that she's out here running, and look at all the grease on the fender. Like, somebody was working on this, and whatever happened, they just gave up on it. Why, I don't know. I mean, it's such a nice car. It's running perfect. No funny smells. New plug wires. You could assume they probably did the spark. Well, yeah, I've actually got the Carfax report. I read it to you earlier. Plugs have been done, plug wires, oil changes, transmission service. Like, somebody really did love this car. You can see the battery sits under here. I had to take all this apart to change that battery out. So it's all back here. That battery is really, that is a major pain to swap. There's not much I think I'd be too concerned about with this car. New belt. Definitely worth putting air conditioning in. If we're lucky, we replace that evaporator, dryer. We replace this pulley with the factory air compressor. I see they put the air compressor connector, they zip tied it down there, so it's still there. So all you gotta do is throw a compressor in this thing, and an AC line, and the evaporator, and with any luck, this thing should be good to go. She sounds great, guys. And I just love these headlights. Monkey Wrench Mike just told me, and I was not aware of it, that these headlights are actually from a Camaro. You remember the Camaro from the 90s? Supposedly, these headlights will also fit a Camaro. So we got the headlights working. We got the parking lights working. What about fog lights? That one is working. Fog lights, it's gonna be one of those cars. Side marker lights work. Tires have excellent tread. It rides down the road super smooth. Unbelievable. Side marker light works, tail light works. We do need to replace this tail light, but it also works, but it's cracked, and somebody put tape and some goop all over the body. That's got to come off. Side marker light here works as well. I didn't even check the air pressure in the tires. What a beautiful, beautiful old car. I'm loving this. I'm so happy that I'm part of the Cutlass Supreme family now, man. I feel like I'm included. It's nice. Feels good. Let's turn the lights off. We got panel brightness, fog lights. We can leave that on. What else we got? Is that all for the buttons? There's really not much in here. It's not a very complicated car. I'm gonna roll that window down. We're gonna get this thing on the road. We get back to the house, we're gonna shut it off. We're gonna find out if it starts back up again and if it's having that problem with idling. All right, see if we get a little scratch. Oh yeah. Well, you got that. What were these? The 3100s were like 160 horsepower, I think. I could be wrong. Oh boy, I didn't realize how dirty this windshield was. Do we have washer fluid? Nope. Nope, windshield washer does not work. Oh, I bet I forgot to plug the pump back in. Oh no, I think I forgot to plug the pump back in. That's all right, I'll have to take it apart and I did. I guarantee you I forgot to plug that pump back in. All right, I told you we were gonna kind of get on it a little bit, so here's what I'm gonna do. Try to get you guys out of the sunlight. I guess that ain't working. Let's smash it. There it goes. You guys can't see a damn thing, can you? No. You guys couldn't see anything with all that sun glare going on through the windshield. We smashed on it, and it went. Hell, I could barely see anything out of this windshield myself. Let's smash on it again. Yeah, downshifts nicely. We're doing over 70. I'm doing almost 75 miles an hour right now. Yeah, she is solid, man. What a nice car. I think it was a score, guys. You guys will have to drop a comment below, though, and tell me if you think I paid too much for it, or you think about $3,600 for this car wasn't too bad of a deal. Well, I've heard the cooling fans kick on, so it seems like everything is working the way it's supposed to. I hate this sticky thing that they threw on the dash. Ugh. I just want to peel it off, but they've got it stuck on there so good. Then they put this mounting disc, which is probably like permanently damaged. Oh wow, yeah, you can tell this has been on here for a long time. Oh wow. Okay, getting that off, that's gonna be difficult. Okay, let's unlock the doors. I went ahead and turned on the brights. Let's turn on the hazards too. Make sure everything works. Then we're going to shut her down. We're going to find out for sure if this thing's going to start back up and run right or not. All right. Everything's good back there. I figured it would be. And I'll bet it's the same up front too. Even the little side markers are flashing. Oh yeah. Look at that. What a beautiful car. This one may be worthy of a auto spa treatment with some, you know, polish, wax. Yeah, I think this one may be worth it. Let's turn off the hazards, turn off the brights, turn off the lights. Battery still looks like it's charging nicely. Give it a little rev. And let's shut it down. So is it going to run right when we start it back up? Well, isn't that the question? Haha, it does. It does. I was so worried that it was going to go back and act a fool again. It's too bad the alarm doesn't work. Maybe we just need to figure out what battery's in this. Yeah, it's just a little Phillips screw. It'd be interesting to find out if the old school alarm system on this thing still works. Yeah, she runs great. No warning lights. Radio. Radio sound pretty dang good, guys. I ain't gonna lie. It actually does not sound bad at all. Windows, nice, quick. Overall, what a solid car. This video started out with me being so frustrated. I was just so upset with this car. I was mad at myself for purchasing it. And it ended with me being very happy with my purchase. I'm thrilled to death over this. Let's make sure the keys work the doors before I lock it up, because I go on vacation tomorrow, so I got to get up out of here. There we go. Yeah, it works. And the power locks also work, guys, which is really nice. Both of them. You can see that other side there. Up, down. Good deal. Locked. And the security system, if anybody's wondering, that's on this car, is a protected by Pursuit Security Systems. Never heard of it. The Protector. I'm guessing that's a really old, really old security system. But there it is, guys. that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you didn't see anything that you're interested in this video, stay tuned, guys, because I got a lot more cars coming, and I got a lot of cars here to do videos on. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, so you don't miss any of these videos. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.